Hi guys, and happy autumn. It is autumn. We made it to autumn. Our summer is over, very very sadly, but it was very beautiful out today, and I did do a lot of yard work today. Um, because I haven't had that much time to do anything. And whenever I get a minute, I try to get some stuff done here, because, of course, I'm taking care of my mom. So I want to give you first an update on her. I took her to the orthopedic surgeon on Tuesday, and we brought the CAT scan with us and everything, and he did his own X-ray, and he said yes, there is a pelvic fracture. So she didn't fracture the hip; she fractured the pelvis. But he said the nature of the fracture is such that that it's going to have to heal on its own, and that was my mom's greatest prayer, greatest request was no surgery, please. I do not want to be back in the hospital. So when he said it'll heal itself, she just looked at me like, oh, thank God. I asked the doctor some stuff. I was like, well, she can't walk. Is she allowed to put pressure on it? He said, yes, she can and she should. He said at her age she should not sit around. He wants her up and walking with the walker. And I think really, what I think was happening was that she was afraid to walk on it, because she was afraid until she knew exactly what was going on. I think she was afraid to do more damage to it or whatever. But now that she knows it's a fracture and they can't do surgery on it, where it is and everything, and now she knows she can walk on it. So, I'm making sure that she walks as much as she can. I mean, if she's in too much pain, of course, he said, just walk on it as much as you can, because I got to take her back in 6 weeks. And he said it'll probably take 6 months to fully heal. But he said in a month's time, because this happened Labor Day weekend, so when she actually fell. So he said in a month's time, the pain should start subsiding. So I'm really hopeful. And I'm really happy that she does not have to go in the hospital. And that was her biggest prayer right there. And she got her wish. So that's what's going on right now. So, of course, I'll continue doing the laundry, her laundry. I'll continue doing their food shopping, things like that, while she heals. And, one day at a time. That's the way it goes with these things. All right, so now that it's autumn, I did take a minute and start decorating the yard for the season. So I'll show you some of what I did. Some of it's the same as last year, and there's a couple of little extras. And then the other day, I had to go for my flu shot. I went to get my flu shot, and I took you guys with me, thinking that, okay, well, when we're getting the flu shot, let's walk around Walgreens and see if they have any code orange. And they did, and I took you with me. Good morning. We are going, I have to go and get a flu shot, so I figured we would go to see how Walgreens Halloween display is, if they have any Halloween out. Since I have to get the flu shot anyway, we're going to be there, so let's check it out. That same day, I took a very quick thrift run. Found nothing whatsoever for myself, but my mom needed some books to read, and we usually buy her books at the thrift, or we go to, or sometimes the Dollar Tree has like great books. Um, they haven't lately. So I ran into the thrift and I got her a couple of books to read, and she was very, very, very happy. All right, I got the first of my Halloween items this year. It's I got it from eBay. It's really, really cool. Um, and it's right here. She is from Paper Magic Group, who makes, of course, let me fix this lighting a little bit because this time of day is very tough. Um, Paper Magic Group has been making masks for years. Oh, they make decor, they make party supplies, things like that. But these are something that I absolutely adore. And she's made out of latex, just like the masks. But look at her. She's beautiful. Look at her little feet, her little boots, her little socks, her hands, here and here, her dress, her face, her hat. Isn't she amazing? Look at that. So she is all latex and just remarkable. Is that incredible? Look at her little profile. Oh my God. They made a few different ones. They did make a Frankenstein. And I think a third one too. But these are just incredible. I'm so excited to have this. And the seller was really, really nice. And check it out. She makes her cards, her thank yous, like this with a sticker on front of a playing card. Is that the coolest ever? I thought that was really nice. It says thank you. Her thank you cards. Thank you from Zyla Gale. Zyla Gal. Very cool. And I love my little witch. She is beautiful. Love her. Love her. Love her. The only Halloween thing that I've gotten this year probably will be the only Halloween thing I get. I mean, it's just not happening for me this year. I'm not getting to the thrift very much at all. I went there for my mom's books, but I actually found nothing for myself. I don't think my mind is in that place. Um, you know what I mean? I just do what I have to do, and then I'm done with it. Because I don't even get over to Craig's very much because I just don't have the time. And the time that I'm taking care of her and her house, I'm neglecting things in my house. So I have to take time and get these things done here, or they aren't getting done. You know what I mean? So. Anyway, I'm always exhausted. That's just the way it is, you know. Always friggin' exhausted. But I did get a lot of yard work done this morning, and I cut the bush in the front, and I read in the sun. It just was, you know, I took some time to myself. It was very, very nice. All right, a couple more mail items. I got another bootleg, David Bowie, The Thin White Duke. 2 record set bootleg. Beautiful stuff. I mean, I am thrilled with this. This one has Gene Genie, Rebel Rebel, Diamond Dogs, TVC 15, Changes, Station to Station, Fame, Panic in Detroit. Great, great stuff. And the seller included this Bowie button. I know the lighting is weird. The Bowie button and this beautiful Bowie postcard. Look at that. Very fun. I was quite pleased with that. And one more thing, that would be Little Steven's Soulfire. I've been wanting this for a very long time. I finally found it for a decent price. This record's so hard to get. It goes from like $50 to $200, and I wasn't going to pay $200. I can't. But I did find it for $50, and I was thrilled because it's one of the very few, I think the only Little Steven album I don't have. So I needed it because this one is so great. It has, he's actually doing the songs, all the songs that he wrote for others over his career. Like I Don't Want to Go Home, which he wrote for Southside Johnny. We got St. Valentine's Day on here. Blues is My Business. Love on the Wrong Side of Town, which I believe he wrote for Bruce. I mean, some really, really great Down and Out in New York City's on here. Just really great. And Little Steven is, of course, probably my favorite artist of all time. All right, so I did see Craig yesterday for a little while. Craig had a doctor's appointment in the morning, so he got there late. Um, but I met him there when he got there. I think he got there around 10:30, maybe quarter to 11. So, and then Petey walked in 5 minutes later. So we had a fun, morning. And I'll show you what he had for me. This is really, really fun. Lots of fun stuff. This is cool, and I think I have one other of these. It's a speakerphone, phonograph records. Speakerphone Corporation of America. I believe these were, you recorded it yourself in a booth or something, but it is like this metal record, and it's very, very cool. I think I only have one others of those. And a Little John record, Little Polly Polite and Paper Doll Couldn't Cry. I love the Little John records. They're really cool children's records that you don't come across all that much. And when you do, they're really fun. This one is 1950, made by Precision Plastics Company in Philadelphia. Very cool. Love that. He found me this one CD of cut-ins, break-in records. Rare records in the style made famous by Buchanan and Goodman, Volume 1. But none of the people on here, and let me tell you something, Craig has been collecting break-ins for me for years. And none of the people on here do we know. So this is something for us. So that we can find these. They're probably rare, or we would have heard of them. But this is very, very cool. Things like Ron Frazier, Morty Kraft, Loco, Stan Irwin, John Fitzgerald, Albion Friends, Bananas Bunch, the Volkswagens, Slowbos. I mean, nothing that we've ever heard of. So there's probably a lot more break-ins out there than just the Dickie Goodmans and some of the others that we found over the years. Got some 45s here. This is Bruce Springsteen live at Bedrock, featuring Meet the Flintstones, and Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Craig had gotten this for me many years ago on a 12-inch. But now I have it on 45 also. It's so much fun. Really fun. Got some 45s here. Dig by the Viscounts. Great. Instrumental. I just love it. I've always loved it. It's beautiful. It's clean. It's perfect. We got an early Hollies. All the World is Love. Beautiful stuff. We got a couple of relics here. We got Do You Hear Wedding Bells, a Jive 5. Very, very cool. And Get a Hold of Yourself by the Time Tones. Again, on a relic, on the relic label. I'll See Your Light, the Motleys. Very interesting on Valiant. Love it. We got a beautiful copy of In the Summertime by Mungo Jerry. Summer's ending. Summer has ended. But it's always a fun one for podcasts. Edwin Starr, War. Just a great, great record. Love it. I got another copy of Midnight Stroll by the Revels on Norgold. One of my favorite Halloween songs of all time. Just a great, great song. Never shows up. So I was pretty happy with that. And we got Fire, The Crazy World of Arthur Brown on Atlantic. These were a little collection that came in, like, I don't know, a handful, maybe 50 records that we went through the other day, and found some really fun things in there that were really clean and really great. And then he was pulling stuff out of his car. He had picked up some stuff from a collection. There were trading cards, there were books, there were CDs, there were 8 by 10 photographs, all kinds of memorabilia. And I found these 3 books. The Guinness Book of British Hit Singles. What a great one, you know. We listen to the British Invasion on Little Steven's Underground Garage all the time. I absolutely love the show. And this is a fun book to have. The Guinness Book of British Hit Singles. This one is really cool because I've never seen this one before. It's a Record Collector's Price Guide, first edition. But look how Mad Magazine that cover looks, doesn't it? I just love it for its nostalgia. It's really, really fun. I mean, it's obviously not intensive. It says here 1950 to 1965, more than 12,000 additional collector record listings, but this is only how big it is. And when you think about 45 collecting and what the later guides, the size of the later guides are like this, you know, it's just really fun. And it's Newton is the artist on the cover. He could well be a famous late 60s, early 70s artist, comic artist or something. But I love it. I think it's awesome. And this favorite thing for me here, Rockabilly Record Guide. Rockabilly Record Guide. Very fun. And this one shows labels and everything, which is the way I like it. So I know what to look for. And so that was very, very, very cool. So that's what I've been up to. Very, very busy. Very, you know, I just don't have time for too much right now, but I'm trying, you know, to get things done. I do what I have to do. And when I have a spare minute, I try and hang out with you or Craig or do whatever I have to do in the yard. And I've been getting some stuff done, so very, very fun. You know, I got an email the other day that my Musings from a Woodland Studio blog is still up there, is still posted. And I hadn't thought about that in years. So that blog, I wrote in that blog from 2006, I don't know, to 2017 maybe. And it was fascinating to go back and read, you know, what was going on at the time. Like, you know, when Charlie was alive, when Mickey, my Chihuahua, before Vaji even, was alive. And it's really fascinating to go back in history and read, you know, what you were doing at the time. And it's just very, very interesting. And I'll put a link to it right here on the screen if you're interested in going back and reading an early Tink blog. It's really fun, I have to say. But anyway, I think that is about it for now. I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical Friday and autumn so far. I hope to get a minute to go by Craig's tomorrow. Maybe I can go for an hour or two. But I do have some stuff to do for my mom. I'm going to have to do food shopping and things like that. But, you know, I'll play it all by ear. So that's it. Our summer's over. Autumn's here. So sad. I do love the autumn, but I do like the summer better. So All right, guys. Comment, subscribe, spread that love. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Um, just enjoy yourselves. That's all I can say. Live every minute of your life to the fullest. It's very important because life is short. So I'll see you all next time. I love you very, very much. Mwah.